Hi friends, Secret Wars 2015 is a comic series published by Marvel Comics from May 2015 to January 2016, written by Jonathan Hickman. It serves as the epic conclusion to Hickman's Long Avengers and Fantastic Four storylines, leading to the destruction and rebirth of the Marvel Multiverse. Come on, let's deep dive into it.
The Marvel Multiverse had been falling apart for years. Across countless realities, Earths began to collide in catastrophic events called incursions. If an Earth was destroyed in time, both universes could survive. If not, both would perish. Heroes tried to find solutions, but time was running out. In desperation, some of Earth's greatest minds formed the Illuminati: Iron Man, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Namor, and others. They built terrible weapons, including planet-destroying bombs, trying to save at least their universe. But each decision weighed heavily. Could they really sacrifice another Earth full of innocence just to save their own? At last, only two universes remained: the classic Marvel Universe, Earth 616, and the Ultimate Universe, Earth 1610. As their final incursion began, both Earths appeared in each other's skies, and chaos erupted. From the Ultimate Universe, the Twisted Genius Maker, an evil version of Reed Richards, and the villainous Cabal, including Thanos, Black Swan, and Maximus, prepared to destroy Earth 616. On the other side, Reed Richards, with help from the Black Panther and others, completed a desperate project: a life raft that could carry a small group through the end of everything, past the destruction of reality itself. They launched it as the worlds collided. Inside were heroes like Reed, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, Star-Lord, and others. But the crash was brutal. Parts of the life raft broke apart. Some passengers were lost to the void, and worst of all, Reed was separated from his wife Sue Storm and their children. Reed could only watch helplessly as white light swallowed everything, and then silence. The multiverse died. But death wasn't the end. Out of nothingness came something impossible: a new planet called Battleworld. It looked like one world, but it was really dozens of fragments from destroyed realities, stitched together like a cosmic quilt. Rising above them all was the throne of God Emperor Doom. In the final moments before total collapse, Dr. Doom, Doctor Strange, and the Molecule Man had confronted the beings behind the incursions, the cosmic Beyonders. Doom found a way to steal their power and used it to create Battleworld. To the people living there, Doom was a living god. His scarred face was now healed. His word was law. Susan Storm became his queen. Her and Reed's children, Valeria and Franklin, now called Doom Father. Doom ruled from his shining capital, Doomstat, and around him countless kingdoms rose from the ashes. Battleworld was divided into strange domains: Greenland, full of raging hulks; Bar Sinister, ruled by the cunning Mr. Sinister; the war-torn Age of Apocalypse, a civil war zone where heroes never made peace; the Spider Island, and many others. Each domain had a baron to govern it, but Doom was above them all. To keep order, he created a mighty force called the Thors. Hundreds of versions of Thor from different universes, wielding their hammers as enforcers of Doom's law. At the edge of Battleworld stood the Shield, a gigantic wall that held back monstrous horrors: Marvel zombies, endless Ultrons, and the unstoppable Annihilation Wave. Doom's will and Doom alone kept the world from chaos. At Doom's side stood Doctor Strange, no longer Sorcerer Supreme, but the Sheriff of Agamotto, his judge, confidant, and keeper of secrets. Only Doom, Strange, and the Molecule Man remembered what came before: that Battleworld wasn't the true universe, but a creation from stolen power. In Castle Doom, Doom had made a family for himself: Susan, the woman he had always loved from afar; Franklin, the son with godlike imagination; and Valeria, the brilliant daughter who ran the Foundation, a team of scientists who studied Battleworld's mysteries. Valeria adored Doom, but sensed he was hiding something. Unbeknownst to Doom, not everyone had died when the multiverse ended. the villain's life raft carrying Thanos, the Maker, Maximus, Terrax, Black Swan, and others, survived. They emerged onto Battleworld, confused but ruthless, ready to carve out power in this new reality. At the same time, the hero's life raft, carrying Reed Richards, Black Panther, Spider-Man, Star-Lord, and Captain Marvel, was discovered by Doctor Strange. Strange now faced a choice: remain loyal to Doom, or help the heroes who had survived. Valeria, brilliant and curious, began to dig deeper into Battleworld's creation. She discovered strange anomalies and places where Doom's story didn't make sense. Susan Storm, living as Doom's queen, sensed cracks in the perfection around her. The memories of the true Reed Richards, her real husband, haunted her heart. Doctor Strange, too, struggled. He had helped Doom build this world, but knew it was a lie built on stolen power. Finally, Strange brought the surviving heroes before God. Emperor Doom, Reed Richards, and Doom, once friends and bitter rivals, faced each other. Reed demanded answers. Why had Doom stolen everything, even his family? Doom argued he had done what Reed could not, saved something from total oblivion. Tension rose. Strange realized the heroes couldn't fight Doom directly. His power was beyond them. So at the last moment, Strange used his magic to scatter the heroes across Battleworld, hoping they could regroup later. Enraged at this betrayal, Doom did the unthinkable. He killed Doctor Strange, his closest friend and ally. With Strange dead, order on Battleworld began to crumble. The Cabal sowed chaos wherever they went. Thanos, ever hungry for power, reached the shield and stirred the monsters beyond to attack Doom's kingdoms. Elsewhere, Black Panther and Namor discovered something hidden away: the Infinity Gauntlet with all its stones, buried in secret. With it, Black Panther gained the power to challenge even Doom. Reed Richards and the surviving heroes finally regrouped and prepared to confront Doom. At the same time, Valeria and the Foundation uncovered the truth. Doom wasn't the creator of Battleworld, he was its thief. Susan Storm's doubts turned to realization. Victor had taken her and her children from the life they should have had. Thanos marched on Doomstat, confronting Doom himself. Thanos mocked Doom, calling him unworthy of godhood. In a fit of rage, Doom ripped Thanos' skeleton from his body, killing him instantly. At last, Reed Richards stood before Doom. The two men, always opposite yet alike, argued. Reed believed Doom had failed because he ruled out of fear. Doom believed Reed would never have had the strength to save anything. Then came the being at the heart of everything. Molecule Man, Owen Reese, the true source of Doom's power. Molecule Man listened to both men. In the end, he saw the difference. Reed wanted to build and save because he loved. Doom wanted to rule because he was afraid to lose. Molecule Man transferred the power to Reed. Doom's godhood ended. With cosmic power in his hands, Reed Richards worked with his wife Sue, their children, and the future Foundation to rebuild what had been destroyed. The multiverse returned, not exactly as it was, but reborn, full of new worlds and new hope. Back on the new Earth, Victor Von Doom woke up. His face, always scarred as a mark of guilt, was now healed. Doom, now mortal again, accepted what he had lost, free at last from his pride. Miles Morales, the young Spider-Man from the Ultimate Universe, found himself in this new world alongside Peter Parker. A gift from Molecule Man, repaying Miles for an act of kindness. Now the Marvel Universe was whole again, richer than before. In the end, Secret Wars wasn't just a story about gods, power, and cosmic battles. It was about what makes a person truly worthy. Not strength, but love. Not ruling by fear, but creating out of hope. Doom, given ultimate power, couldn't let go of his pride. Reed, given the same power, used it to build, to save, and to restore. Battleworld faded. The multiverse lived again. Guys, thanks for watching. Please stay tuned for more interesting video. Please do like, share, and subscribe.